Select the Transfers icon to transfer items from one location code to another, or to transfer items to a temporary location for a time period until the items become available at the destination location. This temporary location is known as a goods in transit location. As previously discussed, when creating new transfers, either leave the document number as new to have the system assign the next sequential transfer number, or manually enter a document number. To select an existing transfer, enter the transfer number, use the arrows to scroll left or right, or click the Finder button. There are three transfer document types. Transfer indicates that the items are immediately transferred out of one location and available in another location. Transit transfer indicates that the items are transferred first to a temporary location, so they are not available for sale at either the original location or at the target location. And transit receipt indicates to receive items into the target location from a transit or temporary location. For example, let's assume we want to transfer some items from the Seattle warehouse to the Portland warehouse. Since it takes a day or so for the items to arrive, enter a transit transfer. Accpac automatically displays the document date according to when Accpac was started. The posting date determines the fiscal year and period assigned when transactions reach the general ledger. The year and period field corresponds to the posting date. After accepting the date of June 30th, the additional cost field is where any shipping or handling fees can be incorporated into the cost of the items being transferred. Possibly it costs $5 to ship the items to Portland. Then, determine how the additional cost amount is to be factored into the cost of the items being transferred. In other words, how should this $5 additional cost be distributed into the existing cost of the items being transferred? Probably the most common method is to prorate by cost. However, other options include prorate by quantity, by weight, or equally spread the cost across all items. The additional cost amount can even be distributed to the items manually. Optionally, enter either or both a reference and description, and then begin entering the items to be transferred. Let's say you previously received a large quantity of desk lamps at the Seattle warehouse, but you had very few at the Portland warehouse. Enter the desk lamp item, A11030, and specify Seattle as the full location. And then select the location where the items are to be recorded during the transfer. Because the items take a couple of days to get there, typically this is a logical location called a goods in transit location. If the goods in transit location entered is defined as logical, then the items are not sellable. Then enter Portland as the to location. Enter the quantity to be transferred in the requested field, 50, and then the actual transferred quantity in the transfer column, also 50. Portland may have wanted 75, however you may only want to transfer 50 from Seattle. If the manual proration method was selected, enter the amount of the $5 additional cost subject to this item detail. The system displays the weight information related to the item. If the item being transferred is defined using the user-specific costing method, enter the cost of the item for the transfer, and then enter any comments and optional field values, and then post the transfer. Accpac then creates the next sequential transfer number and allows a transit slip to be printed. As with other inventory transactions, transfers can be temporarily saved or posted directly. It's important to know that quantity values are immediately updated when transactions are posted. Cost values may or may not be updated immediately. It depends on the settings defined within IC options that were discussed earlier. At some point within the next day or so, Portland receives the items. To receive the items once they arrive at the target location, select Transit Receipt, and then enter the transit transfer number assigned by the system. Accpac displays the items that were transferred, verify the quantity received, and post the receipt. The items are then removed from the goods in transit location and become available for sale at the port load location. Like the other transaction windows, if a previously saved or posted transfer is recalled to complete the transaction or for inquiry purposes, notice that a status field appears at the top right. Posted indicates that the transfer is posted but not fully updated. Other options are entered, indicating that the transfer was saved but not posted, where delayed processing indicates that the transfer has been fully updated within the delay processing routine.
Let's take a look now at item assemblies.